This is News Deck. My name is Abubakar Abdullahi. For the next 30 minutes, I'll be bringing you up to speed with the latest that is happening in the counties, the country, the continent, and beyond. But first, I understand nominated Member of Parliament Godfrey Osotsi is currently addressing the media. Let's cross over there and start with that and listen in. All right, I understand that is yet to come. Nonetheless, let's get to other stories that are making headlines at this hour. The political party's dispute tribunal resolution has reinstated Moses Wetangula as Ford Kenya's party leader. In a ruling this morning, the tribunal said that the Wafula Wamunyinyi faction is expected to face a disciplinary action in Tuesday next week. The party has been facing leadership wrangles after Wetangula was removed from being the party leader. Elsewhere, the county government of Ambu has embarked on building a 300-bed capacity as ordered by President Uhuru Kenyatta. The national government and the county government summit recently set the target of 300 isolation beds for each county so as to deal with the rise in COVID-19 cases.
The county government of Ambu has embarked on building a 300-bed isolation facility as ordered by President to the county governments. Ambu County boss Martin Wambora says the project is set to be complete in a span of 30 days. The measures, which are aimed at safeguarding Kenyans against the adverse health and socio-economic impact of COVID-19, include the attainment of a national 30,500 isolation bed capacity within 1 month. The third extraordinary session of the National and County Governments Coordination Summit set the target of 300 isolation beds for each county so as to deal with the rising cases of infections, currently in 35 of the country's 47 counties.
Kuna vitanda kule Chicago, Kajokoma, Isiara na Kiritiri. Hizo sitaendelea kwa sababu lazima tu diversify pia. Na kwa vile tungetaka patients wakiwa karibu wanahudumiwa hapo hapo, lakini ndio itakuwa ile headquarter kabisa hii maneno ya COVID pandemic war. Hapa tutapata 300 beds.
However, Wambora called on residents and most so the young men and women residing within the county to follow the already issued guidelines by the Ministry of Health.
Hivyo tuweze hii COVID-19 na hii coronavirus, kwa sababu figures zetu zingali zinaenda juu kila siku.
Wambora called on the contractor who is responsible for the project to work day and night so as to expedite the completion of the project.
Mmoja itatupatia 120 beds. Wengine itatupatia 180 beds. Na tutaenda juu chini, hata ikiwa ni kufanya kazi usiku na mchana, tutatimiza hiyo kiwango ya minimum 300 beds.
As new coronavirus infections still on the rise, in a rush against time, the Martin Wambora-led county government of Ambu swings into action to ensure a 300 capacity bed is ready for use within 30 days. For TV47 at the Ambu Level 5 Ambu County, I am Mwege William.
Elsewhere, political leaders in Marsabit have been blamed for fueling the ongoing Marsabit clashes. Eastern Regional Commissioner is now calling on local leaders to be at the forefront in restoring peace at the region. The clashes have so far claimed the lives of 6 people.
Umekuwa kwa muda mwingi na ukiangalia watu wale wa chini hawana shida. Kulingana na uchunguzi ambao bado tunaendesha, ni watu ambao wanajimudu, wale wako kwa uongozi ndio wanachangia kuchochea mambo mabaya katika sehemu hiyo, na hao ndio tutawaendea. Uwe ni nani, tutakukujia ili uweze kutueleza ni nini utafaidikia ukiona watu wanamwaga damu. Tumewapatia muda wa kutosha wasirejeshe hizi bunduki kwa hiari yao, lakini tunaona ni kidogo hawajaitikia ule wito wetu wa kurejesha bunduki kwa hiari. Tunashukuru wale ambao walitoa, wale ambao walileta bunduki kwa hiari yao, tunawashukuru. na hawa ni Wakenya wapenda amani. Lakini wale ambao bado wako nayo na wanatumia hizo bunduki kutaka kutatiza amani, basi hawa ndio tutawaendea hivi karibuni.
Well, the disquiet in ANC, Amani National Congress, continues. Of course, this as a fallout in what seemingly is seeming to be a fallout between the party leader and nominated Member of Parliament, Godfrey Osotsi, who I understand spoke to the media earlier on. Let's listen into that.
You are all aware that on Tuesday this week, I had a press conference at the same point where I raised very fundamental issues in relation to ANC party. And most importantly, my announcement that the term of office of all national officials shall be expiring on the 15th of June 2020, which is Monday. As a result of that announcement, there has been a lot of panic, a lot of tension, a lot of desperation from a political class within the ANC party who are very uncomfortable with that announcement. There has been a lot of innuendos, defamation, and all manner of intimidation, particularly on social media and some media outlets. But why I'm here is because I have received death threats from known individuals close to Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi. One of them is an MCA in Vihiga County, and two are individuals who are persons of close proximity to him. And I said I must be concerned because my life is in danger. Last year, when we had the same political contest within the party, I almost lost my life when I was being driven home in the night when one border man armed with a gun followed my car to my gate. Luckily, my watchman opened the gate very fast and I was able to get in with my driver, and that gentleman fought with the watchman, and luckily I got into my house safe. And I reported that matter to Parliament Police Station. It is there. Yesterday I made a report to Parliament Police Station, and today I have made a report to DCI with all the evidence on the issue of death threat to my life. So I want to announce to the country that my life is in danger as a result of the statement I made regarding the expiry of the term of office of ANC party officials. And I want to reiterate that Honorable Osotsi is not a man to be intimidated. He is not a man to be threatened. I will stand firm for what I believe is justice. And I want to reiterate that the term of office of all national officials is ending on Monday. That is as per the constitution of the party. That is not because Osotsi has said that. That is the constitution of the party, and the best they can do is probably to start organizing this election this weekend. And there must be credible election, starting with the grassroots election, then culminating into the national election. I do not know how they will manage that.
Well, that is nominated Member of Parliament Godfrey Osotsi, who addressed the media earlier on. Of course, he talks of receiving death threats, saying his life is in danger. He also insists that the term of office for party leaders in ANC, party to be specific, is over and comes to an end on Monday. Elsewhere, people living with disabilities in Kakamega County are now decrying of being neglected and forgotten by the national government, even as they continue to struggle so as to make an ends meet. They're now calling on the government to provide them with basic needs such as wheelchairs. Let's have a look at that.
Program kulingana na flazi ambayo imekuja hii, sijaona hao walemavu wakihusishwa. Upande wa vyakula ambao vimekuja hawajachakuliwa, sijaona mlemavu ambao amekuwa akipata.
We have realized most of the PWDs in this area are neglected, both by the national government and the county government. Especially during these COVID-19 times, we find that the government is paying attention to all people but forgetting the PWDs.
Namuomba ya kwamba awe on the ground, wajue kwa kila area, kama wanapata mtangilio mzuri waweke kila area, kila at least a section ndio kila watu wapate chakula.
Elsewhere, Bungoma County Deputy Commissioner has called on well-wishers in the county to be humble and give back to the community in this COVID-19 pandemic period. He was speaking during a food donation exercise at the county that was conducted by Diamond Trust Bank in association with Khaitas Supermarket. Now, many families have been left vulnerable following the pandemic.
Wakati wa corona kwa kweli ndio imeleta shida, maana mtu huwezi fanya chochote, hata ule mwenye miguu. Vile unaponiona mimi, hata sina aina chochote chakula kama saa hii, kwa kweli sina chakula.
Hali ya kupata chakula ndio shida sasa, na mahali pa kuishi. Hiyo ndio shida. Ningeomba serikali,
kwa ukweli hawana wazazi, hawana mtu yeyote wa kumsaidia. Nashukuru huyu binti ndio kama mama, kama baba, na ni kama yeye ndio msichana wa hapa kusaidia haya mayatima.
Katika ile shughuli ya kuigiza tulikuwa tunakusanya resources. Kwa hivyo tukaamua kwamba hizi resources tunapata zile ndogo ndogo to give back to the society.
Tumeanzisha mradi kwamba tuchangishe tupate nini? Tupate car wash machine. Katika hiyo car wash machine utapata kijana mmoja hapa ambaye hana ajira, atakuwa anaosha pale gari. Kwa hivyo akichukua chake, mwisho wa siku kingine kinarudi hapa. Hiyo car wash tukichanga tutapata, tunawaletea watu kama hawa. Maana sio kila siku tutakuwa tunakuja, tafadhali jirani nisaidie nimpeleke yule chakula.
Well, it's 15 minutes past the hour. Time for us to take a short break. We still have a lot lined up for you. We'll be back after this break with more news. Welcome back. Thank you for choosing to stay with us. Moving on. Various Law Society of Kenya branches have come out in defense of Chief Justice David Maraga over his recent remark and attack on President Uhuru Kenyatta. LSK Nairobi branch in a press conference this morning said they fully support the statement issued by the Chief Justice. The Southeastern Law Society of Kenya branch has also accused the executive of crippling the judiciary following the delayed appointment of 41 judges. Take a look.
This has cast aspersions on the character of all the 41. Such casual way of leveling allegations is not justifiable in a society where the rule of law is respected.
Elsewhere, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya has warned private millers who are involved in coffee theft, leaving coffee farmers and societies counting losses. The CS says any miller who is found engaging in the vice will have his license cancelled. Take a look. That story coming on your way shortly. Nonetheless,
Sante, twende Madioya.
Coffee was number 1. Now it's number 3.
Na itauzwa kwa njia nzuri, itasiagwa vizuri, itasimamiwa vizuri, na ikiuzwa mtalipwa. Na kabla iuzwe mtaulizwa. Mtu akija kununua unaambiwa so and so amekuja kununua na bei ndio hii, mnataka iuzwe hiyo ama hamtaki? Mkisema ndio inauzwa, ukisema hapana tunangoja.
all right, train services have started to resume in the Mount Kenya region with goods being transported from Thika town to the port of Mombasa. President Uhuru Kenyatta is set to launch the traditional railway line that links the 6 counties in the region.
It's the long-forgotten train honks being heard once again by the residents of Mount Kenya, the honks giving the region a brighter look. Following the completion of the repair of railway line, transportation of goods by railway has been restored once again in Thika town. The train using this railway line is now transporting approximately 800 tons of produce from Del Monte Company in Thika to the port in Mombasa.
As you can see behind us, we are busy loading the train. We are doing at the moment, there's 20 wagons, which means we're doing 40 containers. On average, we do between 1 train trip to 3 train trips per week. And this will depend on the number of orders that we have to send to the port, and then also the availability of the wagons.
According to Transport Manager of Kenya Railways, James Shiare, they have managed to repair 80% of the Nairobi-Nanyuki railway line, of which they expect to complete the remaining 20% by the end of this month.
We should be able to run the first train end of this month of June 2020.
Sierra says transportation of goods through trains will ease transportation of goods and will also be of benefit to Mount Kenya region. Thika MP Patrick Wainaina has lauded the government for restoring railway services, saying it will cut costs and also increase production. Laxi Kimani, TV47.
Let's get to the world of sports now. Tottenham midfielder Dele Alli has been slapped with one-match ban over a video on social media in which he mocked an Asian man over the coronavirus outbreak. The 24-year-old has been also fined $50,000 and ordered to undertake an education course. He will miss the Premier League clash against Manchester United on June 19th. All right, Sevilla coasted a 2-0 win over local rivals Real Betis in a